Hey everyone.
Real talk, let's get straight to it. I got diamonds in the face. No, these niggas don't walk how we walk, they don't talk how we talk.
So every couple of episodes, we're doing a pros and cons edition. Today is social media, so the pros and cons of social media. First, we have it's a good platform for dating, Guyan. How do you feel about that?
Platform for dating? Okay. I don't think it's a great platform for dating. First thing is that, let's say con wise, it's basically you're not seeing who you're talking to.
Oh, so you're putting it under a con right away. It just started as a pro, and this guy's already turning it down. So you're saying it's a con because you can't see or you don't know who.
No, yeah, you're not actually seeing who you're talking to. Like you said that, back in the day, you just go back to somebody and be like, you know what, you can say hi and talk to somebody
Like in person.
pick up in person, right? But here it's like, well, you're talking to somebody online, you don't even see their face.
Yeah.
How do you know you're talking to that same person or somebody else? Right?
Yeah, but I feel like it's so easy unless you'll know if the person's real or not when you're talking to them. You just look them up on social media. Like if I see someone on social media
Okay.
and they have like 5 followers and like 0 likes, like I'm gonna know they're fake. Like,
yeah, what if some people, not everybody knows how to rank?
Well, I think that's
online,
I think that's
So-
an issue with them and not the
It's
person.
an issue. So let's say I'm looking for somebody online and I'm going and looking for somebody to speak to. And if I
Alright.
don't know exactly what goes on social media, I'm approaching somebody online, I would not know what's going on, right? Not knowing what social media is all about.
Yeah, but see, I disagree. I feel like obviously there's flaws and holes in everything, but with like dating, it brings people together. And like, if I'm living in Toronto and the person that I'm looking for ends up being in like Milton or Brampton or Vaughan, like sometimes you don't go to places where they're going to be like, obviously if you run into each other at a bar, you shoot the shit, you're hitting it off, but it just opens and widens your like.
I think I don't know.
You know what I mean?
There's going to be a little bit of a controversial thing about this conversation here about dating online, but that's why they have these apps, right? So what are you talking about? App based or just based on just going on Instagram and talking
Like
to somebody
Tinder.
and find Tinder?
Like Tinder.
Okay.
Well, Tinder has a bad rap because obviously we know what Tinder is, but I'm talking about like, what's the other one? The Facebook one. Not Hinge. There's another one. Bumble. So I've heard good things about Bumble.
And all that
I've
stuff,
used
right?
it.
Okay.
But Bumble is like linked to your Facebook.
Okay, so you log in with your Facebook. Okay.
Okay,
Right.
so
Because I don't use most of these social media apps, but except for Instagram or dating apps, specifically, right? But okay, so for instance, you log in with your Facebook and it
Yeah.
syncs with your Facebook profile.
yeah.
Okay, so let's say so I'm new to this, right? Let's say I'm just walking into the dating industry kind of thing, right?
Yeah, okay.
And I'm getting into it. I'm looking for apps to join in.
Okay.
So what would you recommend?
What do you mean? What would I recommend? Like,
App wise, like, so nobody knows. So not everybody knows about apps. Not anybody knows about how to navigate social media.
I mean,
Yes.
unless you're a friggin' newcomer to the country, like everybody in the world uses Tinder, do they not?
No, not. You're looking at probably, let's say either it could be 50-50 or it could be 50-80. Kind of,
I don't know,
right?
man.
There is a.
I've been
Let's
dating
see
my
what the
girlfriend for
viewers
like
have to
almost.
say.
I've been dating my girlfriend for almost 8 years, and
Okay.
it's because of social media. So I mean, there's a lot of
That's a
us.
topic we gotta cover.
Yeah, that's true. So you think it's a pro? You think it's a con? I think it's a pro. Okay, let's come back to that.
Okay.
Okay, for another pro is we help family and friends, or it helps family and friends connect from around the world. People who have lost touch, or people who have never met their family. Like there's friggin' people who have like hundreds of cousins that they've never met before.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it depends.
Supposed to be a
So
pro.
if you're covering social media wise, let's say WhatsApp to Instagram. When you say lost touch, you mean family?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
friends. But like, okay, I'll give you an example. There's like someone that's like 50 years old that went to high school or college in like a different city or a different country, and then they move, and then they just like, you end up finding the people that you were friends with in high school on Facebook. That's literally why Facebook was created,
Okay.
to connect people that you haven't seen or
Okay. But
like,
you need to actually know that they have the same, name.
that's why you
online.
search it, guy, and you search their name, but then you have like a million people with the same name. So I
Yeah,
understand.
So you look at. I don't want to come up with any. Say something that I'm going to regret, but yeah.
Man, okay. So Another one that
Okay.
I think you would agree with me on it is it boosts business visibility, sales, fundraising.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Sales wise and business wise, yes, you can increase exposure. You can do a lot of things. Business wise, you don't really need a website to have an Instagram account, right?
Okay.
You can run a business just standalone, just having an Instagram account or Facebook.
Okay.
That's fine. I agree with that. Right?
But you know what's funny? I can actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it can be a con, because what if there's a company or a business did something super shady, or like were caught, lying about something, and they get like exposed all over social media, right? They go on their like page and be like, "You guys are assholes," blah blah
It's
blah.
always like that. You can.
I guess you're gonna have the
Google
negatives,
any
yeah.
business, and you're gonna have like bad reviews, good reviews, right?
That's true.
So it doesn't mean that's gonna break the business. It can be, something that makes the business grow too.
So like bad publicity is good publicity no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Guyan. All right. What's the next one?
Was it boosting? No. So.
Oh, okay. So
people cope.
Yeah. So I think this is a good one. So it helps people cope in a variety of groups like depression, suicide, new moms. So there's a lot of like help groups on social media that if you feel like you're alone, you can just hop onto one of these groups or some of these groups, and you can just talk to people who are going through the same thing. So instead of basically going to see a shrink or see a therapist, they can, because there are some people who are afraid to see a therapist or they don't believe in it.
Okay.
But like if they talk to like everyday people that they don't know, sometimes it's good to talk to strangers because you don't feel judged. It's like, oh shit, you're going through the same thing as I am.
I don't know. I'm not into this talking.
Of course you're not.
You're telling her all your problems.
Oh, you're so old school. You're so old school. Oh my
No,
lord.
I think it's just mentality, right? You're gonna speak to a shrink about your problems. I don't think it's gonna help me in the first place if I was in that situation.
Maybe it's because you don't need one. Maybe you're doing all right in life. Okay, so another pro, job opportunities. You're looking for jobs.
Yeah. That can help.
Well, you have like LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
So it's like social media. It is.
It is. It's not.
People
So
in
if you look at
corporate.
so that is okay. LinkedIn, that is something that you put your resume on and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But if you're looking at other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, I get a lot of these job offers online.
Yeah.
Fake ones saying that we have a job offer for you. We're gonna pay this much, and it ends up being from cryptocurrency. Right?
So you're seeing it as a con for like scams.
Yeah, there's a lot of scams there too, like in and out. So that's one thing you want to stay away from.
So I feel like every pro that we've talked about has turned into
That's a con for sure.
Oh my God. Okay. So another one, access to knowledge and advice, which I know you're going to be like, well, that's also a con because there's a lot of misinformation on social media. I just know you. I know you.
It is.
So
okay, tell me what your pros are on that.
For access to knowledge and advice?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll give you a good one. So let's just say there's someone going through something. They're too afraid to talk to their parents about whatever it is, like any mental health issues or sexuality issues or family issues, like drug addiction. Like you don't know how to
drug issues. Let me have my drink.
You don't know how to like not cope with these things, but like you don't know how to go about things and how to do things and like what to do and what not to do, just that sort of thing, right? Or just like knowing like, okay, I'm not the only one, you know what I mean? And there's the people think differently. So it's just great when you find someone who agrees with you and that you're not alone.
Yeah, look at it. So let's say for con wise, if you're getting the wrong advice, it's another problem, right? So
yeah, but is it wrong advice when you
find the wrong person online on social media that you want to get advice from, and then he gives you the wrong information? Let's say you want to, I don't know, there's so many other stuff like games stuff, for instance, right? There's things that I've heard that, they go online, search for this stuff, and, you play this game and you do it in real life, you can make some money out of it, whatever it is.
Okay.
Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay, there's things like that, right? And these guys start killing.
What are you telling me, Guyan?
No, it's not money wise, but they take that game to an extreme extent that in the end they don't make that money. They put all the effort in, they kill themselves.
Really?
Yeah. There's things like that.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Like yo, and invest in this, and then they end up losing the money, and they
put all that money into that game.
Yeah.
And the next thing what happens is that they lose all their funding, whatever it is, then they put.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember seeing that Netflix documentary. I don't know which one it was, but it was when the guy went online and was seeking advice about putting money in stock.
That's right. So same
And then
thing.
he ended up
Crypto,
putting money in the
yeah,
wrong stock and lost everything.
yeah,
And
he's
I
gonna put
think
all
he
his
like
savings
went
in, and then
homeless.
that's what I mean by advice. So you gotta watch out to
Yeah.
who you take advice from online. Like I get a lot of the Instagram cryptocurrency shit,
Yeah,
right? That comes up and it says, you know what, invest in this, invest in that. I've done it once too, and I lost probably
yeah.
like $500 just doing that because I felt
$500,
$500. No, like just $500. You know what? That's me getting
Yeah,
into
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? Like figuring out, you know what? That's the way to make quick money, right?
Yeah,
So it's a different
Let's
thing.
not talk about the scam my tickets that I got.
Oh, that's another one. See, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah, but that was just me being an idiot, hoping for the
that's
best. I'm like, this
scam. You
can't
should
be
bring
true.
that as a topic.
Guys, if you find something online that's too good to be true, it most likely is a scam.
It is. Yeah, don't do e-transfers to accounts that you want tickets to.
Okay. So let's talk about cons.
Okay.
So social media cons. Obviously, the
Distractions?
biggest one, yeah. Obviously, the biggest one is distraction from reality.
Mhm.
So everyone's friggin' buried in their phone. They're not paying attention to schoolwork, their relationships, just everything across the board. You agree? You gotta agree.
That's right. That's right.
Well, it's a con, so you have
It's a
to
con,
agree to
right?
that,
So,
guy, right?
fuck, it is a con. So fuck.
Yeah, I just feel like everyone is just buried in their phone. Like I go to and I'm with like my girlfriend or my friends, and then like I'm looking to my left or looking to my right, and I see like people on dates, and they're both on their phones.
Yeah, that's how they're dating on their phone.
That's messed up.
No,
like
that topic is just it is a con.
It's an addiction.
Yeah, it is.
It's an addiction. Like
because once you get used to that, same thing, right? Anybody's like that. So we are on our phone before we go to sleep, right? Texting.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
That's another thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, couples in terms of that, they should need to know how to filter that.
Yeah. But even like groups of friends, like you see them all on their phones. Like remember back in the day, what we would do when we all hang out? We would go and like play street hockey, or like play basketball on the street, or like go bike riding. Remember when you like ride your bike to your friend's house and be like, "No, let's come over, like let's go."
Don't play street hockey.
Oh my god.
Brown people don't play street hockey.
Well, apparently Middle Eastern people do. Okay, so next. Actually, the next one's pretty big because it happens every day. Social media bullying.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. Right? So,
I think we've all been there, Guyan. No?
I haven't had that issue. But because when we were growing up, in 84, right?
Yeah,
so
that's
we
true.
didn't have that issue with social media bullying.
That's
bullying
true.
was done right face to face.
Yeah. No, you know what? You're right.
Now it is a big thing because schools right now want kids to bring their laptops, phones. They can use that in school, right?
Yeah.
That's where it's going to lead to bullying and all that. So bullies that don't want to do face to face, they're going to bully you on freaking.
Yeah, because they're not like they're chickens. They're gonna bully you behind a keyboard. They're not gonna bully you face to face.
They have a chat app that the students get to use now, right, in school.
Yeah.
That they can talk to each other even after school. So that's where the bullying is going to come up when they're in a group chat or whatever it is, right? But
that's sad.
Everybody's on technology right now. So.
But I like see the bullying online. It's so bad. It's like 12-year-olds like just ripping each other in half, like or ripping each other apart. Like it's insane. It's insane. Like I don't know if it's bad parenting. Well, it has to be bad parenting.
It could be.
Because you're not born to hate or born to be mean. There are everyone's different. Like not everyone's gonna be like, hey, how are you? Like they're not gonna be all like very introverted or extroverted. Extroverted. There are gonna be people that you're gonna meet that are introverted, but no one is actually born an asshole. It's the way that I think it's the way that you're.
It's the grown-ups, right? It's mainly how we treat our kids and how they treat the rest.
Like my parents taught me, treat everybody equally. Don't know your manners. Like just. Like it's really easy. It's really easy. But then when you see parents like acting a certain way or doing a certain way, like
kids that are growing up right now, it's different. It's influence in social media, TV.
Oh yeah, all that's friggin' horrible.
Is what gets into this kind of bullying, right?
Yeah. Another con we were talking about earlier was the opportunities for scammers to scam you. It gives them a whole platform, slide into your DMs and be like, hey, like.
Yeah, well, what do you mean, bullying wise?
No, scam, like scammers. You,
okay.
Scammers.
Yeah. That's
like
an ongoing thing that they're not going to be able to.
Like, remember when it first started with like the duck cleaning, when they call you and ask you to?
I've been getting that a lot.
Like some of them are scammers. Some of them actually want to clean your ducks, but like I'm talking about people who email you, text you, send you messages on social media, like just wanting to scam the shit out of you. And some people actually believe it. And I feel bad
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we have
Well,
like the 40, 50,
yeah, this is what you
6-year-olds
do.
who are
A
older
guy calls you,
generation.
send him to the next door neighbor and be like, yeah, we need duck cleaning. And they stop doing that after, right? So Sanjeet will call in and be like, oh, I need duck cleaning. And it's like, stop that. Like, fuck. What's wrong with you guys? We know you're calling from India.
Oh my God.
Stop calling. That's what it is.
Well, there's quickly though, there's a joke that my girlfriend does where back in the day when she used to get like duck cleaning calls, she'd like go along with it. And then at the end, she'd be like, actually, I don't have ducks that you can clean, but I have geese.
Idiot.
They get so mad and just hang up. It's actually
I'd be
hilarious.
surprised if they knew what geese were.
I know.
Like, what is
Excuse
geese?
me, man.
Like, fuck.
So another one is like it creates insecurities in people. So
Right.
it affects you personally. It falls under bullying basically, but it affects your relationship too. So like let's just say your girlfriend is like liking and talking to some other person on social media, liking their photos and stuff. It's like, and then your significant other's gonna be like, oh, like why are you liking their photos? Why are you coming? You know what I mean? Like obviously a lot of people say, oh, it's because you're insecure that you feel that way. But no, it's if you're going and liking like half naked pictures of people and talking to them, be like, oh yeah, you look good. Like I think that's wrong. I think that's inappropriate.
It depends what kind of relationship you're in, right? Is it an open relationship? Yeah, it's fine.
Well, then everybody has to be on the same page here. Oh my God, you're hilarious. Okay, so access to incorrect information.
That's
what we were talking
on a daily basis.
We're talking
It's
about
like
earlier. And another one, privacy issues, because everyone's posting where they are, what they're doing. Sometimes they'll be like, oh yeah, let's do a quick survey. What's your name and number and address and all that? Like anything you put on the web,
yeah, it's always
done.
There's no way to
You're not getting it back.
But that's the thing, right? You gotta watch out where you release your information.
Yeah, of course. Like that. There's how many companies do we hear every day that have like data leaks? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or data
with that
compromise.
comes in another company that says, we're gonna stop your data leaks, all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then that's what they do, right? They're the same companies that are releasing this data to everybody.
Yeah.
And they're helping you stop that.
Yeah, I know. Make it make sense.
Both ways, right?
Make it make sense. But yeah, like when you sign up for social media, they ask you what's your name, date of birth, address sometimes, phone number. Some
information shouldn't be released at all online. But any information that you give online will always be available to everybody.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
For sure. Another one is exposure to content not suitable for children. There's some countries, forgot what countries they were, where it's like you have to be 18 years old, or they're trying to do it. They're trying to do it in Florida, I think, or something, that you have to be like 18 years old or over to use social media or something like that. I don't know.
I think China has bans though, right?
Yeah, well, it's China. But no, it's a good one because there's a lot of weird shit on social media that kids should not be seeing, like, or reading about, or
growing up. So parents should know that not to, give access to kids to access these things, right?
I know, but
YouTube and all that.
That's exactly it, right? Like, I feel like these things should be limited to an age limit.
Yeah, there's no filter. Trust me. YouTube, I try filtering a lot of shit. It doesn't filter at all.
No.
There's things that
not at all.
Like even ads, you click on it, you go to something else, and then you start playing this video. It's like, fuck is it?
No, right? No. You're right. Well, any other pros and cons that you can think of
for social media?
You have more cons than pros, it looks like.
It's all cons because I'm more strict with social media, right? No, let's go back to dating. Talk about dating.
Oh, you want to talk about dating? Okay.
Tell me exactly what you find to be a pro in terms of like, I know we discussed there's pros to it, but what experience you had with social media?
I've had, I'm not going to lie, I've had bad experiences on social media dating. Okay. So there have been times where I met up with someone
through social media.
They were real, but they lied about their age. So when I got there, they were definitely less than half my age. So no, like I was older than them. Like I was, I think 25 and they were only like 17. Like it was weird. And I freaked out when we got to the bar and I went to the bathroom and I threw water on my face. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I literally went back to the table and was just like, yeah, I'm not feeling well. And I finished the drink and left and never spoke to them again. That's like,
That's what I mean. So that
like I could get in trouble for that,
yeah, you can.
and I don't want
The
to
things that we shouldn't be mentioning on the podcast, but yeah,
because they lied about their age.
yeah, that's one
on
thing,
their
right?
profile.
But like me, do I look 40?
I don't know. Do you?
But yeah, that is true though. Yeah, that's what I mean. If you're not interacting with somebody face to face, you're not knowing who you're meeting on social media,
Yeah.
you're gonna run into that
Yeah,
issue,
yeah, yeah.
right?
But I think I've had more pros than cons from dating. Obviously, those other times didn't work out,
Okay.
but I don't regret any of them. Like they've all been experiences that kind of molded me into the person I am today. Like everyone's been through shit.
Yeah, you gotta go
You
through a
kiss a
couple
lot
of
of-
to get it right.
Yeah, you got to kiss a lot of frogs.
Right.
But
I think yeah.
Yeah.
But, business wise, yeah, that we'll touch base on that later. Right?
how's the duck cleaning business going for you?
Duck cleaning business? Yeah, I should be making those calls. You know how many people actually fell for that?
Oh, I
Like,
believe it.
They come to your house and they charge you about probably like $200-300 to duck cleaning when they can't even run their ducts all the piping all the way to the basement. Well, I had one guy come in like that, right? They came in, they're like, oh, we can't run this. Those what do you call
Filters?
they're not the filters. They're like, okay, this is an old system, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
They try to
can't clean
upgrade.
the duct. They want to do the upgrade.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
add this onto it and do this and that. Get the hell out of here.
I remember.
Like, these are questions you should be asking us before you come in, right?
Speaking of upgrades, has this ever happened to you? So years ago, I think I was in elementary school. So this would have been like 2012. No, 2002. Sorry, 2002. Some people came to our home and they asked us, or they asked my parents, if they wanted to try this filtered system that they have, that they connect their system to our water.
Okay.
The
filtration.
The filtration system, yeah. It's like those stands in the mall where they try to like get you to buy stuff and you fall for it.
Yeah.
My parents ended up paying $40,000 for that upgrade system, and it didn't do shit.
Was that osmosis? Was that what it is? Or is
I have no idea. Don't get me wrong. The water felt nice. Like you can especially when you're showering and like your hair it feels different.
Yeah.
And they give you like all these like soaps and salts and stuff. But $40,000?
Yeah, what the hell?
No, but like my parents obviously got scammed.
Yeah, for sure.
Like my
What
parents
are
are
they
newcomers to like
What are you
they.
bathing in gold?
That's what I'm saying. So my parents came to the country in like 1987. So in 2002, they still didn't they spoke English, but they weren't like 1000% familiar with like certain things, right? It's different today. They know, they speak English pretty well to this date. They know when a scam's a scam and they know what's true, what's false, whatever. I mean, these days they probably wouldn't even open the door. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like even then they were scamming, but they were doing it door to door.
Yeah.
They weren't doing
now
it.
it's over the phone. Duck
Yeah.
cleaning.
Duck cleaning.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, that was the first episode of the pros and cons, social media. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We did. Obviously, we had more cons than pros because of Guyan, because he's a hater. But no,
Brown.
Yeah,
So we hate everything.
yeah, but social media is pretty,
Okay, yeah.
pretty
So
wild
this is
these
gonna
days.
be one of our first episodes from many that we're gonna be doing. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think, and
We're
we'll
gonna
see what our next episode is gonna be.
Yeah, we're gonna be releasing lots of episodes with different topics. But if you guys want us to talk about anything specific, please drop a comment or slide into our DMs. Use our social media platform, right? That's a pro to help boost our tabs. All right, thanks.
Thank you guys. All right, this is Real Talk.
Hey, everyone.
Real talk. Let's get straight to it. I got diamonds in the face. No, these niggas don't